implementation.
Yes, Milords, it has to be Milords, but please, Milords, your lordships are again and again only relating Milords. A central scheme has to be run as per the norms, as per the act.
That
which
will
have not happened.
That will
And
not.
therefore, Milords, we cannot, the state cannot. Now, Milords, as far as the changing of the policy by the state government, your lordships have held that on the basis of the your lordships are again saying about
The state government today very
Milords, your lordships have held that we have Milords the power and we have those judgments.
yes.
That what your lordships have said that on the basis of the ground reality.
Again the compilation.
Yes. So and all Milords, as far as this honorarium fixation is concerned, Milords, it is also therefore closed that it's a policy decision taken in the government.
No, it may be a decision, but there has to be some authority responsible for fixing the honorarium.
Yes.
Who is that authority responsible? It is not PAB.
Milords, it has to mean
Tell us.
7-2.
7-2, who is the authority?
Milords, under
Who is the person?
it says the central government. It says, Milords, if your lordships have 7-2, the central government shall prepare the estimates of capital and recurring expenditure for the implementation of the provisions of
Yes.
it is the PAB set up by the central government.
Now, all right. You tell us who is the authority, who is the person?
Therefore, PAB recommends, Milords,
Yes.
it can be a recommendatory body.
Right.
Ultimately, Milords, the government of India, how it is to be done, is PAB. Can this PAB, despite knowing the fact, because we kindly appreciate, despite knowing the fact that the entire budget of under education of the central government is 23, can it approve for only one state 20,000 crores? The entire budget for the entire country is 23,508.
Don't argue among yourself.
Yes. Yes.
We have devoted more than 2 hours.
Milords, can you see the PAB's approval? What it says, that is for UP only. Please send it. The state government, central government's affidavit is at page 503.
You tell us the authority responsible for fixing the honorarium. Maybe PAB is a recommendatory authority, but recommendation has been made. It has been accepted by the Senate.
Milords, I think Milords, for that, Milords, the learned ASC will have to answer, because if it is the central government which has to do it, they have to say as to who are there and what my learned friend is saying.
We want to know, central government is all right.
But then if you have some doubt that PAB is not the body, why you accepted the recommendation?
Milords,
You will see, Mr. Prasad, on one hand you say that
I had to say it on two.
Milords, if Milords can kindly see the recommendation, what has been accepted.
anything can be done. If your objective of PAB is not challenged, let him read any part of the High Court judgment. And here in the Supreme Court, you can stand up and say anything under the sun.
Yes, here you want regularization of it.
It's a Prasad. See, if you are on that PAB is not a body, it's not a mandatory something recommendation, it's only a regulatory body. You could have objected its recommendation.
You would have raised it in the High Court.
You could, if that was your stand, then you could have objected that recommendation. You are not objecting it, you are accepting it. And now if you are taking a stand, no,
Probably the only argument raised before the division bench was that this 17,000 is limited for 1 year. It cannot be in perpetuity.
Yes.
And all that what you are arguing was never argued before the High Court.
No, it was there. It is there. I'll read it.
No, it may be
from the
reported-
total order itself, not from the grounds of the special appeal. In the ground, my learned friend had taken one paragraph. After that, the other paragraph says what we had argued. We had argued everything, not only the perpetuity thing, but even the 17,000.
Main emphasis was on perpetuity.
So that means if your lordship sees the impugned order minutes at paragraph 45, I'll just take out the 25 and 26 minutes. Paragraph 25 is
Yes.
26 only.
And see, Query's argument is there.
Huh? Page 19. Those para 25, it has been read below 26.
MC Through the Additional Advocate General.
Correct. Yes. The only then paragraph 26, I'll read 25, 26 both notes. It has been argued by the learned advocate general appearing for the state of UP along with Mr. So-and-so, 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 appearing for the appellants in the court of Lucknow, the learned single judge urged in issuing a mandamus directing payment of honorarium at the rate of 17,000 per month to the writ petitioners based on the decision of the project approval board dated March 17 for all times to come, in as much as the decision of the PAB and the proposal upon which it was found was limited to the year 1718. Therefore, no direction could be issued for the subsequent years relying on that decision. Elaborating on this submission, the learned counsel appearing for the appellants points out that the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a society registered under the Societies Registration Act, each state union territory managing the project as a separate society with its bylaws. The All India project is managed on a year-to-year basis with budgetary allocation in case of state and union territories opting for the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan in accordance with their financial resources. The fund contribution towards Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan in the state of Uttar Pradesh is in the ratio of 60:40. In other states and union territories, the ratio may be different. The project, including making of appointments, is under the management and control of the state government. Part-time instructors engaged under the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan are to be appointed on contractual basis. They are required to execute an agreement which inter alia provides for the amount of monthly honorarium payable for each year. The year-wise project implementation is dependent on the actual availability of financial resources in the relevant financial year, both with the central government and the state government. In June 2017, engagement of part-time instructors all over the state, including that of the writ petitioners, was reviewed on the basis of agreement entered into between the part-time instructors, including the writ petitioners and the concerned district basic education officer. The contract stipulated honorarium for the year 1718 as 8,470. The project approval board on March 27, 2017 in their 250, I'm so sorry, 27.
Yes.
The contract stipulated the honorarium for the year 1718 as 8,470. The project approval board on March 27, 17 in their 254 meeting approved 17,000 per month as honorarium payable to part-time instructors for the year 17. But they did not release adequate funds commensurate to the central government's 60% share of the total outlay. The figures have already been mentioned and need not be restated. The state government, upon receiving less than the 60% share of the central government, worked out on the estimate of expenditure on the project for the year 1718, wrote to the Executive Committee Shiksha Pariyojana Parishad to review and redetermine the monthly honorarium payable to the part-time instructors, earlier fixed at 17,000 per month. Accordingly, the proposal to pay honorarium at the rate of 17,000 per month for the year 1718 to the part-time instructors was fixed at 9,800 per month. That is to say, for 11 months up to the year. Now, upon an overall advantage of the appellant's case, the contractual nature of appointment and the honorarium to which the writ petitioners and other similarly situated part-time instructors have agreed to in terms of the contract they have signed have been much emphasized. The appellant says that the writ petitioners are contractual part-time employees and are qualified with contracts. They cannot ask the court to look into what transpired between the central government and the state government in the process of fixation of the writ petitioners' honorarium and how it came to be scaled down from 17,000 to 8,470. Each of the writ petitioners and all part-time instructors have signed contracts for the year 1718, agreeing to receive.
For every year there is a separate contract.
Yes. 11 months only. It's only for 11 months.
And in each contract the amount of honorarium is mentioned.
I will show the
show for the year 2017.
Yes. In fact, highly sharp. 206. 204 of the states assessment.
Same. 204.
Lordship pleases.
Oh, 204 is not the pay.
Yes, because in fact,
state SLP.
this is in the states assessment. I'm very sure. Because if your lordships have the this UP Junior School instructor notifications case at page 82 and 83.
82 and 83.
Yes.
Yes.
Now your lordships have the service contract. Page 82 of the paper book.
No.
Your lordships have which paper book? It's Mr. Patwalia's paper book?
Yes.
Page 82, annexure P2.
This is for the period 14 to 15.
Milos, may kindly see item number 4.
For
8 of Milos, may see.
years completion of the agreement 31st May 25.
Yes.
15.
Milos, may
And
kindly
it starts from 1/7 from 14.
Milos, may kindly help me. Name Vikram Singh,
Yes.
post Anudeshak, that is instructor, UPS Narayanpur, date of joining 1st of July 14.
Right.
Subject, date of completion 31/5/2015. This agreement is made for.
This was for 7,000.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now, what is the agreement for?
Milos, page 204, Milos,
Of state SLP.
of state SLP. Anurag, the petitioner herein before your lordship, in one of the SLPs, I'm sorry, it should have been a right copy.
No. Page 204, part-time
Yes.
instructor service contract.
Yes,
Now, where is the amount of salary mentioned?
yes, Milos, may kindly see. Milos, may.
The agreement such and such and
Milos, if your lordship sees item 1,
Yes.
the Zilla Basic Shiksha Adhikari shall pay the employee at a fixed honorarium of rupees 7,000 only per month. Item number 1, Milos.
And actually paid is 8470.
How?
Actually paid is 8470.
So that is stereotype agreement which you
That
after
year they have paid us 8470.
when the initial appointment was there. But you yourself keep on increasing the salary.
Milos, if I have increased Milos from 7,000 to 8,470.
Agreement is same.
This is just a format, they keep on taking us, this is a height of exploitation.
Sorry, Milord, not
Height of exploitation.
No one had put a thumb on his head to sign this contract. He has signed it on his own free will, Milord. I'm sorry to say, this is Milord, this is not fair to say that you have paid. Yeah, a lot of people, Milord, the advertisements were issued. It's not that he did not know the terms before signing Milord.
For subsequent year.
He is signing for subsequent years.
You make recovery of whatever excess you have paid. Above 7,000, whatever you have paid, you make recovery.
I'm not at all suggesting that, Milord. That's not the case of the state of it, sir. That's not the Islam.
These are stereotype formats you keep and just ask them to sign.
Milord,
No, we are not saying they have signed it under compulsion or anything. They may have signed it with their free will, but they are aware because every year you are increasing as per the recommendation. Now for this year 2017 onwards, the recommendation is 17,000. Why you will not follow it? Only because funds are not being made available.
Milord, in fact,
That is no ground. That is your internal management. You fight for funds with the central government.
what we had argued at paragraph 28 of the accused judgment, the very same.
20.
Paragraph 20.
Central government share.
Anything new you want to add? Otherwise,
As far as this aspect is concerned, nothing new, the judgments I have, because I'll give that.
whatever judgments you are relying upon, you just give the compilation
Yes, Milord.
on subject
As
wise.
far as perpetuity is concerned, Milord, that aspect, Milord, the High Court has, David Gandhi Division Bench has simply said that because it's a contract, annual contract, the court cannot go into this aspect, that it should be given, Milord, from 17 up to, Milord,
No, but what was the recommendation? The recommendation was only for the. No.
Yes,
Show it from the recommendation.
please see the PAB's, Milord. Please come to the PAB's recommendation, Milord. Which one? 206, Milord. Page 206 of the state's itself, Milord. Milord, page 206.
Yes.
That Lordships have, Milord, 15th May 2017, The 254th meeting of the Project Approval Board of SSA was held on 27th of March 17 to consider the annual work plan and budget of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan scheme for the state of Uttar Pradesh during the year 17-18.
Come to the relevant part of
Yes. And then, Lords, what your Lordships want to see is at page 219, internal page 14. Look, this is only for 17-18.
No,
The entire.
no, part-time.
The PAB estimated at page 219, internal page 14. The PAB estimated, look, I'm so sorry. Page 219, internal page 14. It says, Lord, after grand total. Total estimated budget 17-18.
In part-time, there is a separate.
Yes, yes, that is the last page, 224. That is 24 to 35.
Yes, teacher cell.
Yes, that is the last two pages. This is only for 1 year.
Part-time teacher.
Now, Milord,
11 months.
this is the chart.
And what is the recommendation for the next year? What is the recommendation for the next year?
Look,
By the PAB?
Look, for the next year, this is kindly see, as far as this is concerned, it was only for 1 year.
All right, we accept. But what is the recommendation for the next year?
Next year,
See, if you are making these recommendations only for 11 months, then there has to be a regular recommendations every year.
Next year they will say 7,000.
They are saying the reconsideration.
I can. I'm sorry to say, but yes, I can. Even if he is
And the thing is determined by the board is the approval may be for 11 months because their contract is 11 months. Apart from us, there are, just see page 29 internal, primary teachers existing, 12 months, primary teacher 11 months, primary teacher 12 months.
Yes.
These are the contract, the fixed ones.
Yes.
Otherwise, there are other teachers. Once the salary is determined, till it is reordered at a later stage,
No, that is
cannot
why we are arguing.
Yes,
Now this is for 2017
17-18 only.
Now what is the next recommendation?
Look, I am. Tell you who has it. Who has it? Because I think it's in the order.
there is nothing in the order.
Rules. Very good.
They have taken it to
And it has been done, I'll just read. Exactly which is done.
All right, we hear Ms. Bhatti, then we will come.
I'll just take it.
You find out and let us know.
Yes, please.
Yes, Ms. Aishwarya Bhatti.
Permit that I was in the board.
Please.
Since the union has filed a counter in 1.2 and that was in the state of Kerala.
Yes. No, what is your defense?
Fortunately, parallel 9 shows that there exists
Page 3.
page 2 of the counter.
Yes. Yes. 1.2. Yes.
Document
Paragraph.
7.
89.
Yes.
Department has launched the Samar Shiksha and Integrated Scheme from 2018 and 19. The scheme has now been aligned with the recommendations of the NEP very gently and has been continued for a period of 5 years. Then your Lordship for the pattern of the scheme is the pattern 9. The existing fund sharing pattern is 60-40 for all the states. The exception that the pattern will be 90-10 for northeastern and 3 Himalayan states and 100% for the union territories without legislation. Then your option will come to paragraph 19. That during 2017-18, the PVP of the department estimated a total amount of rupees 2688.13 crore under SSA. Out of which for 309495 part-time instructors at the rate of rupees 0.17 lakh per month as proposed by the state. We also then the minutes of the PAG meeting are introduced.
Which way?
Panel and state committee.
Says,
Then you got your private credit reviews.
There is nothing in your counter.
You got your private
Only
credit.
that 40, 60, that has.
There is a complete table that what are the amounts have been disbursed to the state of UP. There is an unspent balance.
We are not concerned with the amount released or not released.
So the center just releases the fund.
The only question is why 17,000 as recommended was not paid.
Because it is up to the state to pay the payments. The center releases the amount to council. It is for the state to decide. All the salaries,
What we have been saying.
interesting.
private credit.
Please.
No, you have any copy of this affidavit?
2.1. 1.2.
Plus 1.2 would be Anurag versus State.
Yes.
One hand, your grievance is that the central government is not providing the sufficient funds, making you their typical. And now this table shows that certain allotments which are made, there are some amount which is unspent. That is a table supplied by the Union of India. Come to the very first table, the 80. It is spent. Yeah, it's spent. Because 1890 SIA. Come to page 8.
Yes, I got it.
Now this is a statement for year 1890. But certain amount which was distributed in the share of state of UP, out of that some amount is unspent.
1890
Maybe we are on the issue on one hand, when the central government is providing you some fund budget allocation, amount is not fully utilized for the elementary education. And this amount is for the elementary education for the year 1819, out of which state shown rupees 55,277.70 lakh as unspent balance.
And this is for all years.
It cannot be the fund which is being allocated under one heading cannot be used by the state government. It cannot.
So therefore, you are not accordingly making your schemes as to have an effective utilization of the government funds, central government funds. If you are receiving funds, is it not your duty to see that you make out your plans so that an effective education policy is implemented effectively? On one hand, if you say that, sir, we are short of funds, other hand, if you are not utilizing the funds, then how you can proceed with these schemes which say that verification schemes? You should at least see that lesser and lesser amount kept unspent and most of the amount is utilized.
If your lordship sees what was the sector's release minutes, it was 46,000 crores minutes, if I am not wrong, out of which.
Sir, we are on the issue that on one hand, if you are not in a position to allocate funds for a specific purpose, utilize it at least for more than 80%. It is 55,277. Why it should be unspent? if you are having these schemes, certainly you can utilize it. For, well, roughly, if we take it roughly, maybe even 20% or 25%.
Yes.
That 25% you utilize it for the purposes.
That is why it happens because these are budget estimates.
So there is no proper scheme management also to see that you prepare a budget. You know these are schemes.
Yes.
You know at least this amount or approximately this amount for the head under the heads. You will get funds from the central government. If accordingly you are making plans which are, if you are focusing on education, then why on one hand you are utilizing the funds and on one hand you are then making a complaint that the central government is, no, central government provides money, you are not in a position to utilize it.
Because I understand. Now, as far as these funds are concerned, why it would not have been used? Today, it's very difficult for me to give a statement as to why it remains spent. There may be some capital expenditure for which, estimate would have been given. I cannot, as of now, make a statement.
We are only concerned that if you are getting funds,
Yes.
as a state, one of the biggest states in the country, and if you are getting some funds from this government, you make your plans accordingly. Utilize it. Our concern is that if money is there, please utilize it for the better purposes like education, health services.
Yes,
Don't compromise and then don't make complaint that we have to compromise or short of funds.
Because, in fact, the government of India should have also given for the financial year 17-18. Now, yes,
17-18 unspent balance.
yes. For the reason that because the funds for other purposes, for the salary, why it was then this statement is here, why it is there, I cannot.
We are only on a broader.
Yes. Your lordship are right that if you are sending a budget and an estimate,
Unutilized funds, that amount goes back to the central government. Unutilized funds.
Yes, please.
It can't be rolled out for the next.
Lordship, please.
Carry forward is not there.
Yes, my lordship.
Already you complete your sum.
Yes.
Paragraph 24.
There are document balances 2022, 2029, 2021, 2020, 2019.
So paragraph 24.
That the recruitment, service commission, deployment of teachers and payment of salaries are primarily the domain of the respective state government, and the part-time instructors engaged by the state of UP by way of conduct are to be contributed according to the terms of the contract between the state government and the people. And then your lordship, the Contractual scheme is reproduced in Excerpt 3A1. It's 6.9.14.1 feature recruitment. Page 19.
Teachers.
Yes, 6.9.12 teacher recruitment. Actually, is the last line. There is a need to deploy quality teachers in the remote and tribal areas to achieve quality and immediate quality education. The state UPs need to ensure adequate number of subject
No, you are hitting under part 6, heading teachers.
teachers recruitment, part 6.9.14, end of the page 19.
Page, we don't have page 19. 17 is the, 18 is the last page.
The next is the
पूरा करा दिए, missing है, one page is missing. Thank you. We are reserving the judgment.
This aspect of Lord, it has never gone back to the PAB.
No, you
PAB decision, I'm not on that.
no.
Your lordship had said about the next
Next year.
that is there.
What is the recommendation? Salary
The
recommendation?
next year it was 7,000.
7,000.
Yes, for 18-19. So 7,000 unit cost for 11 months, 27, which your lordship will find. In Millards, the UP junior school.
Yes, it is 7,000. Till 21, 22, it is 7,000. And then again it rose to 9,000.
Correct. But it has never gone to the PAB. This is their own doing within the state of.
Sir, any recommendation?
No, not at all.
Their reconsideration.
Not at all. It has never gone to the PAB. Yes.
Look, kindly see the counter affidavit of the Union of India. It says this. So I will
That is, it has never gone to the PAB. I am making a statement with responsibility, not just saying anything and any. Number one. Number two, the central government affidavit says that is our maximum cap on contribution. Great. Lord, there is one judgment which I want to cite additionally, Lord.
So what
That
happened?
is that Ashok,
You have passed on the judgments.
yes, just one more.
One more.
But all the notifications.
That is
All right.
I'll just give it in writing. That is Ashok Thakur's case, Lord. Para, that is in the context of right to
Ashok
education.
Thakur's case.
Ashok Kumar Thakur, that constitution bench, that is para 435.
What is the citation?
2008, volume 6, SCC, page 1, para 435. In addition to free education and financial assistance, they should also be given books, uniforms. This is in the context of primary education and necessary benefits so that the object of 21A is achieved. Time and again, the state in a number of judgments has observed, state cannot avoid its constitutional obligation on the ground of financial liability.
Yes.
3-4 judgments are cited. This is exactly what the Honorable Chief Justice says in his judgment
Yes.
under appeal. Grateful, Lord. Very great.
This part that you notified us,
You give a I will give 3-page synopsis and the compilation of the judgments you want to rely upon.
give that. What my learned friend is saying is that it was never approved. In fact, India rejoined itself. They have put in this document.
We will look into it.
I have not. They have filed it.
It has never gone to the PAB.
It
Is what-
is approved by PAB.
We will examine that as well.
Yes.
Synopsis within.
Within 3 days.
Yes.
Written submissions within 3 days.
Within 3 days. Great.
We come after lunch.
My Lord's permission, item 43 is a fresh matter. There's some urgency in that. There's a case of Bharat Petroleum where
Maybe, but let us see. We come after lunch and we try to take it up.
Manoj will not take it up.
Item 10 and requiring 4 weeks accommodation.
Item 10,
Yes,
4 weeks.
My Lord would take it up at 2.